I don't care about the Fantastic Four.
Me either.
Some of you guys do.
Me
Not
either.
anymore.
But just to let you guys
not
know
anymore.
that Kevin Feige has confirmed that the Fantastic Four is a period piece
What is that?
set
Awesome.
In the 1960s.
in the 1960s.
Oh, that's why they look like this.
He also said
That's trash.
Wow.
He also said that not only will this movie take place in the 1960s, but it will be in an alternate universe.
Shout
How
out
do
to
we feel-
Chris Evans with that. I mean,
How do we feel about
Matt
the
Reeves with that.
Fantastic Four not being in the main universe? Also, it's when you think about the first family, I think about the 60s.
Yeah.
I think about the 70s, Sue Storm. But then again, at the
They
same
should be
time-
in the modern world, not
Why?
because you do not have a Fantastic Four, the first family, and then put them in the past. We need them
They're
now.
old.
We're looking for now. We're not looking for the past.
The
We're looking for the
Fantastic
future.
Four are an old family.
We're looking for the future.
Don't
This
you
is
think
the
that
future
Feige
here.
is putting an old family in the old
No,
times? That's
because
a good thing.
how are you gonna when you bring something like that up?
You're completely missing why them being in the 60s helps them.
How? Why not? Be
Are
in
they
the-
old?
They shouldn't be. That's what
Do
I'm
they
saying.
feel old to you?
Yeah, this look does. Yeah.
So, well, no. When you think about the Fantastic Four, do you think modern? When you think about Mr. Fantastic and the Thing, do you think 2024?
I could see it.
Do you think 2024?
Prime
do you
Fantastic Four is
think
old.
Ferrari, Enzo? Do you think the Trump Towers gold building? Do you think iPhone 18?
iPhone 18. I do see Fantastic
No.
Four in the.
They're an old team, nigga. They look
Just
old.
because they old, because they're an old
That's
team.
why they're
Don't
only
mean-
in the 60s.
Just because they're an old team
You
don't,
know
mean
what
that
you're
they need to
talking
be
about.
in the past.
You don't
They should
know
be in the
shit.
future.
Why? There's nothing about them screams future, nigga.
What? Do we have a Hulk?
What?
Do we have a Hulk? We should have a thing in the future. We should have Johnny Storm in the
So
future.
you're comparing
Johnny
the
Storm
Thing
is
to the Hulk? You're comparing a nigga that's made out of rock with drawers on to the Hulk?
They should be in the future.
Why?
They are a family that we need for the future.
Why?
Especially with everything else. Why would you
Why
have?
do we need them?
Why? Reed Richards is a genius. His tech.
So is Peter Parker. So is Tony Stark.
Tony Stark dead though.
So is
no,
Black
Tony
Panther.
Stark is dead, though.
So is
Black
Shuri.
Panther dead, though.
So is Riri Williams.
He's smarter than all of them.
But they're all set in the modern
Why you gotta go
times.
Reed Williams though? She ain't smarter than Reed Richards.
So they're smart.
You need something like that here in the future, not the past.
Tony Stark figured out time, not Reed Richards.
Reed Richards wasn't even around. We didn't even know if Reed Richards was around, who would figure out that? Reed or Tony? It would be Reed. Reed would have
Where'd
figured
you
that
get
out
from?
if we would have had a
Did
Reed
you
Richards.
get that from the movies?
Reed Richards is more,
Who is he in the
is
movies?
smarter
He's not
than
in the
Tony
movies.
Stark.
Where does it show that he's smarter than Tony Stark?
Doctor Strange.
I've
Shot
watched
it-
a lot of movies that show Tony Stark being smart. I didn't see shit of this nigga.
How many times that we saw?
I saw this nigga behind on his bills. I seen that. I seen him sucking Doom's cock for $1,000. I seen that.
You talking about comic books? I'm
I'm talking about the movies.
what?
He was in debt and he couldn't keep his shit afloat and he was sucking Dr. Doom's
He was
cock.
a genius though, and he was creating
So
stuff at the
what?
same
He was a
time.
broke genius, nigga. Tony Stark.
Peter Parker. Peter Parker is a broke genius.
Tony Stark was a rich genius.
Peter Parker was a broke
Who
genius.
would you rather have, Tony Stark or Reed Richards?
Reed
Based
Richards.
off- Why?
Because
you
he's
don't read
smarter.
comics.
He's smarter than Tony.
Who said he's smarter?
He's smarter
Who said that?
in the comics?
That
He's
you
smarter.
didn't read?
Whatever. In the comics,
In the comics that you did not read?
he's smarter.
Whoa!
He's smarter.
In the
He's
comics
in the,
that
he's in the Illuminati.
Stop talking.
He's in the
In
Illuminati.
the comics that you did not read, you're only running off of hype and bullshit on
I'm not.
Google. Who did you see was smarter? Looking at the movies, because that's what matters. Comics don't matter. Only
He was
nine-
smart in the movies.
Who?
Reed Richards was smart in the movies.
Was Reed Richards in his Fantastic Four movie smarter than Tony Stark with his nanotech?
No, we didn't get into that yet.
All
No,
right.
we didn't get
so
into that
who's
yet.
smarter? Who would you rather? Tony Stark.
We never got to that yet, but
Tony,
if Reed would have been discovered that.
Hey. Reed Richards couldn't make Ben Grimm human again, nigga. Tony Stark did time travel.
Reed Richards
Tony Stark would have been like, what? Make him a human?
No,
Give me
he's
5
talking about the
minutes.
movie.
Nah, hell nah. Hey, don't knock Reed Richards. Like, hey, bro, you doing too much on that about Reed, bro.
So, Reed Richards ain't shit in the
movie
movies.
Reed is smart, bro.
Trash.
Yeah.
Movie comparison, he's trash, but in
Yeah.
reality,
What does
Reed is
reality
wiping
mean?
Tony Stark.
What does reality mean? None of you read the comics.
In
You don't
the-
read
in the
Fantastic
comic
Four
books.
comics.
He's wiping.
You don't read
Yeah,
it.
we do.
Just 'cause-
Nobody,
just 'cause
hey,
you don't read it doesn't mean
Trico,
the shit that they
Roberto,
write isn't
Rob,
canon,
Trico,
nigga.
EJ, John Bass,
Just
Stevenson
because
Johnson, and Jake.
What they write.
None of you niggas read a Fantastic Four comic in your life.
No, we have not.
Doesn't mean,
No,
That's
I have
my
mean
show
that
right
the
now.
shit
Huh?
that's in it
Huh?
isn't factual.
Huh?
I have some on my shelf right now.
You ain't read it.
Oh,
Yes, I have.
So what you think you fit there and figure out best?
Nigga, you're drunk.
Say you
Sit
ain't
down,
read
nigga.
it.
I got Thor. I ain't still ain't read.
Because niggas ain't read the.
I got
read all the
Thor.
comic
I
books.
got Game of Thrones, Dunkin' and Egg. I got Marvel versus. I got
You read the Marvel
Avengers
book.
versus X-Men. I still ain't read that shit.
But you read a
Now,
few of the
please
Marvel
put those
books,
pants
though.
on.
Freak out of here. Freak out of here. Stop acting like you read that shit. You didn't read that shit.
Is the council of Reeds in the comic books?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's where Rick and Morty got that from too.
Is it in the comic books, Jody?
Who?
The
The
Council of
council of
Reeds?
Reeds.
The Council of Reeds. What about it?
Is it in the comic
Is
books?
it in the comic books?
Yeah. So what?
So if I haven't read it, that's not true.
I don't think you read it.
If I haven't read it, is the council of Reeds not true?
No, it's true.
So it's a factual thing, right?
Yeah.
So if I say council of Reeds, you would say, "Oh no, you can't use that because you didn't read it."
No. Yes. Correct. If you didn't read it,
But
if you didn't read it,
Nah, you
no,
set
no,
them
no.
up.
But it's
If
canon.
you didn't read it, no.
In the comics.
If you didn't read it, shut
No,
up.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
bullshit.
Unless
It is
you
bullshit.
read it, don't talk
It
to
is
me about it.
bullshit.
Jody,
is
Jody.
bullshit.
So it matters where
Bring-
you get
bring
your
email
knowledge
back
from.
in.
It's in
Yes.
if it's canon to the
Bring-
universe.
Do you, wait,
it's
Wait,
factual.
wait. You.
Bring-
Do
bring
you
email
know?
back
Do
in,
you know
Jody.
that 90% of niggas in YouTube comment sections, including niggas with YouTube channels, got all their knowledge from Variant?
I'm sure.
These niggas don't read comic books
A lot of people haven't read comic
because
books
they don't
anymore.
have time to read comic books. Do you know how painstaking it was to read all those Black Panther comics for me?
You did that the whole X-Files though.
It doesn't matter. I read thousands of
Alabama.
pages of Black Panther comics.
Right?
Do you know how hard that was?
You could have
Who
did
wants
variant.
to
You
do
could have
that?
did variant, but you choose not to because you don't
I-
believe in that. Yeah.
All right.
Jody, Joe. Can you hear me?
Who?
Jody?
Do you know how many
Jody.
comics that the Fantastic Four has shit from the 60s, nigga? Who wants to read that fluffy shit?
It's
Bullshit about pancakes and bacon.
He said
Who wants to
fluffy
read
shit.
that shit about Roosevelt? That shit ain't even modern, nigga.
they
That
That
they
shit
have
has nothing to do with
but
our
they have
life.
modern comic books from the
The
Fantastic
modern
Four as well.
versions Reed is better.
Even
than
Only a comic book reader knows when niggas is frauds. Niggas ain't reading that Fantastic Four, nigga. That shit goes back to the 60s. No one's reading that shit, nigga. No one in 2020 is going to the comic book shop and said, let me get the 60s.
John just said he got comic.
John's lying.
Wow. You see where he jumped to?
I know too much about this shit.
Too much.
So
Have
you don't
read
think
it,
people
Fantastic
are reading
Four?
comic books at
No,
all anymore
they're not.
in this day and age?
Most people are not, no.
They
Jody,
just go into the internet.
Why do you
Evil
think
back
Variant
into
has a
the
million, whatever? Why do you think comic book historian was niggas was
Well,
crying?
because he told
Why
not
you
just that
think-
he had not just he went by that.
Rest
It was
in
a
peace,
story.
the comic historian.
Rest in peace.
Why you think niggas was crying when he died? How am I gonna know about the heroes now?
Oh,
That's fucked up.
It's the truth. It's the truth, nigga. These niggas was watching YouTube videos acting like they got the shit. J3 was watching that shit, nigga.
because he put
That
the-
nigga was
it's-
watching that shit.
It's no different,
He was watching
nigga,
that
like
shit
you.
coming to
It's
YouTube
no
acting
different like
he
you
knew the
putting
shit.
niggas on game as well, nigga.
What? Hey, all my knowledge comes from books. I don't get knowledge from another nigga.
all
He just
his
said
com-
you
and all
put
his
with
knowledge
the
came
shit
from
that you
books,
see.
nigga.
They learn from you as
He
well.
was
They get
putting
information
niggas on
from
Hey,
you
and
as
I
well.
can guarantee what
That
people
is
learn from
fact.
me comes from a
Yeah.
comic book.
But they
I
still
can-
learn from you. They didn't read the comic book. They learned from you.
So
they still got the
I don't blame
information.
them. No.
I didn't
Just
read no
like
Black
Comic
Panther, my
Historian,
nigga.
just like Variant.
You wrecked that nigga.
I'm not saying that
I was like,
anybody
oh,
that
okay,
watches
that's
Variant.
And you.
Hold on. I'm not saying that people that watch Variant and like Comic Historian are wrong for watching it because they want the abbreviated version fast. Everybody wants information fast in 2024. I understand it, but I've seen Variant take shit that was in the comic and completely misunderstand it and make a video about it. If you read it, it's completely different from the video he made. I've seen it.
I've never seen it.
And if you do that, oh, there was a time where Black Adam beat all the Justice League. Why did he beat him?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wonder Woman beat all the Why?
Yeah.
You don't talk about that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, Cyclops beat. Why?
Yeah. I heard about
Gambit. Why? Gambit is not better than Cyclops.
Facts.
He's not better than Jean Grey.
That's facts.
You could find a comic that shows Black Cyclops, Gambit, Wolverine beating everybody. You could find a comic where Manhunter beats the Justice League.
Yeah.
Is Manhunter better than Superman?
No.
Wonder Woman?
He's that strong, no.
Batman?
No.
But there could be in a video about why Manhunter is better. Black Adam stronger than the Justice League. Manhunter better because
It depends on who writing it or what the
playing the
story.
game.
Yeah,
You're playing the game.
yeah.
Unless you know the context, unless you do this, unless you read this, you won't know. But those videos are misguiding millions of people.
But they also have audio books too that you could go buy, and a lot of people do the audio.
I know you know all about those, huh, nigga? You know all about that shit.
I read comic books and I did audio.
What is this video about? I forgot. What were we talking about?
We was talking about
Fantastic Four.
It's Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. None of you niggas, including John Bapp, read this shit.
John, you're gonna have to pull on your screen, bro, to show them that you have read the comic book.
Nah, he don't gotta do anything to prove this nigga.
You don't gotta do
Bring
nothing.
Evil back into the StreamYard, Jody. Bring Evil back.
Oh yeah, why you take him out?
Oh
Why he
yeah,
left?
bring Evo back.
You know what? I'm gonna just say
Bring
this.
Evo back, nigga.
I'm gonna just say this.
Shut up, bro.
If
Freak
this
you.
Fantastic Four is literally trash, the people who have trashed the previous Fantastic Four is gonna be begging on their knees. And I said this before. They're gonna be begging on their knees and apologizing to the old Fantastic Four that came out in the 2000s.
With Chris Evans?
They're gonna say, "I am," the one with Chris Evans and Human Torch.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna
That
say,
was fire.
"I'm sorry. I'm
Fire.
so sorry
Yeah.
for trashing your movies because we saw this other trash movie that just came out in 2025. We're so sorry."
We had, I mean, if you think about it, we had bad Fantastic Four movies
What?
twice.
What? There was 3.
Fantastic. Well, oh,
There's 3 movies
well,
total.
let's see.
Nigga, we're not counting Fan Four Stick, nigga. That trash
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, okay.
Fantastic one is
When Michael B. Jordan, that was garbage.
Fantastic.
That was garbage
Oh,
as
that-
shit.
we don't talk about that.
Um,
We don't talk about that movie. We don't talk about
But
that.
it was still there. It still was garbage. That was a bad movie.
Of course, it's
Nigga,
garbage. That's why I'm
nigga,
still talking about it.
And what was the
Better
other
than
one?
Captain America.
Stop it, Evil.
Nah,
Evo,
Evo,
shut up.
nah.
Evo.
You trolling like a motherfucker on that one.
No, he not.
My nigga.
He
Don't get me
trolling.
started.
No, he's not.
What? That movie was bad.
No,
trolling.
I
He
literally
feels that.
hate Captain America.
He hates him. He
That
said it.
movie is dumped to fire. It was dumped to fire.
The second one with
Bro,
the Silver Wolf,
bro.
the second one with the Silver Surfer, that was a bad one too.
E-Man, stop. E-Man.
No, it's
E-Man,
not. I
stop.
still like that movie.
Stop, E-Man, because I won't do it. I'm not reading Fantastic Four.
But I bet the
I'm not
first
doing
two
it.
Fantastic Four are going to be better
Do you
than
know
the
how
freaking-
bad that? Wait. Do any of you guys understand how bad the '60s comic books were? Do you have an idea?
Yeah.
Somewhat,
Yeah.
somewhat.
I never read them.
Compared to what technology and what they have now, what they're
Nigga.
writing, compared to now, yeah, it's different.
So who in 2024? Who in 2020 anything? Who in 2015? Who wants to go back 50 years and read that shit? Nobody.
No one.
No one doing it.
Unless
So
they're-
stop
unless
telling me
they're-
that niggas. Nobody in this chat is doing that. Nobody here. Let's be honest, because you know you watch Variant and comics.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but yeah.
But you
I
watch.
used to- I
Where
used
you
to.
get your comic? You know, I don't see no books in this studio.
There's a lot of books in here.
No, those are mine. Where are your comic books?
I got comic books in my
Where?
storage.
I got
Storage.
comic-
Where?
I got
Storage.
comic books in my-
Storage?
near
Yes.
my
I got
desk.
space in here. What's up, nigga?
Storage.
Only read
Got
one
no space in here?
comic,
Where they
and it
at?
had Black
In
Panther.
storage. But a lot of my knowledge did come
Very
from
only comic.
that.
I know
Some of
it,
my
I
knowledge
know,
did
I
come from the
know,
books that I
I
actually
know.
read.
You can't read 3 books and say you know what you talking about.
What you mean?
You have to read the whole shit.
You talking about the whole trilogy of the shit? You reading?
No.
It depends on the
No,
story.
you have to read the entire
you have to
story.
read
Right,
the
right,
whole
right,
shit.
right.
It's hard.
There's every writer is different. Every story is different.
Bro, there's
Storyline.
people out there that read all of it. Do you understand that?
Right.
And you're disrespecting them.
I ain't disrespecting them.
Yes, you are.
How?
Because you're a
Yes, you
freaking
are.
poser.
I'm not a
You're a
poser.
poser, just like everybody in this
disrespecting
call.
me, E-Man.
Huh?
You're disrespecting me.
Oh, shut up.
So many people who have read, don't come to me. Let me tell you, when you come to me talking about Black Panther, you better have your shit right. Because I read all that shit.
Right.
Thousands of pages, nigga.
Right.
I'm coming, nigga. I forgot a lot of it.
I'm sure. It's
But
been a long time.
Still, that's the same thing for a lot of people who have read all of Ant-Man or all of Fantastic Four. Don't come, because they put the work in. A lot of us are fake because we don't want to read comic books. That's the truth. Who wants to sit there and read a
I
comic
have
book?
comic books. I haven't read them in a long time. No.
Well, I'll read a comic book.
But I
Hey,
will,
that's
and I'm not gonna
the-
lie.
that's
I'm not
the-
gonna lie. Yes,
comic book checklist?
there
You're
are.
not reading a 1960s, John.
When
Hey, I'm gonna throw John back. You ain't reading the 60s, John.
Nigga,
Are you saying
I'll get one. and I'll
John,
read it.
J-A-W-N. You ain't
Say I
reading
read
that
one,
60s,
nigga.
John. In Philadelphia, nigga.
Right.
60s, nigga. I ain't
We're too old.
in the '60s, man, you remember cloud over the '60s
Niggas ain't reading. Niggas ain't trying to go back to the 70s.
because technology has changed. You don't have to
Why
go
you
read
keep
no
saying
books no more
technology?
because you don't gotta go read
Why
that
do
shit
you
no more.
keep
You
saying
can just
technology? It's like anime. Anime 20 years ago can't F with the anime today.
yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They got better.
I call
They
cap
improved.
on that one.
Yeah.
It's not cap, nigga. Hey, Demon Slayer hoeing everything you love, nigga.
And it
I call
begins.
cap on that one.
Hey, EJ,
it's not.
EJ, what's your favorite? What name your top 3 anime?
Top 3 anime right now.
No, not right now. All time.
What the
All
fuck?
time?
Demon Slayer's not.
Hold on, don't talk about
DBZ.
Demon Slayer.
DBZ.
Demon Slayer hoeing it.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Demon Slayer hoeing it.
Cap.
Cowboy Bebop.
Demon Slayer hoeing it.
Cap.
Outlaw Star.
Demon
That's-
Slayer hoeing
that's-
it. Modern anime hoeing
not-
your shit.
I doubt
you,
it.
You never watched Cowboy Bebop.
I watched some of it.
Some of it.
No,
Now he
he
haven't
did.
seen. He only
Yes,
seen
he
only.
did.
Demon Slayer
only seen, like,
hoeing that
yeah,
shit,
partially
nigga.
of it. He didn't see all of it.
Demon
he
Slayer
did,
is
he did.
He never
hoeing
seen
that
Outlaw
shit.
Star. He never seen Outlaw Star.
Don't matter. I got it on DVD.
animation.
Yeah,
Hey,
hoeing
hey,
in there
hey.
picking up dust.
Hold on, guess what? People consider Full Metal Brotherhood one of the best animes, and
It's
he's
not.
holding
Hold
It's
by
not.
Demon
Full
Slayer.
Metal.
Hold.
Alchemist.
Yeah,